Several years ago, a parishioner generously donated a set of Bibles to be placed in the pews of a church in Greenwich Village. This gesture sparked a range of reactions. Many parishioners appreciated the convenience of having Bibles readily available, but others were less enthusiastic. Some felt uneasy, associating the presence of Bibles in church with the more rigid forms of Christianity they had encountered in their past, particularly the fundamentalist traditions they had sought to leave behind. The placement of Bibles in the pews led to murmurs of suspicion, with a few parishioners joking, though with some seriousness, that the new rector might have a hidden fundamentalist agenda. They were in Greenwich Village, after all. However, the most striking reaction came from a lifelong Episcopalian and retired priest who shared a piece of wisdom his mother had taught him in West Texas. "Son," he said, "to read the Bible in church, all you ever needed was a prayer book. Indeed, if you enter most Episcopal churches today, you are more likely to find copies of the Book of Common Prayer and the hymnal 1982 than Bibles. Even if a Bible is present, like it is at St. John, it is unlikely you will be asked to open it during the service. This might seem surprising, considering the central role the Bible has played in Anglican history and worship. The Bible is, after all, foundational to the Episcopal Church's identity. Despite this, many Episcopal churches do not include the handling of Bibles by those in the nave in the liturgy. Historically, the relationship between Anglicanism and the Bible has been significant. The English Reformation, which gave birth to the Church of England, and by extension the American Episcopal Church, was driven in part by a deep commitment to making the Bible accessible to everyone. Early reformers rejected the exclusive use of Latin in worship, advocating for Scripture to be read and understood by all in their native language. The reformers emphasized that in matters of faith, the Bible alone was the ultimate authority. One of the key texts from the Articles of Religion, a foundational document of Anglican belief, states that Holy Scripture containeth all things necessary to salvation. Whatsoever is not read therein, nor may be proved thereby, is not required of any man. This reflects the Reformers' belief that nothing beyond what is explicitly stated or can be derived from the Bible should be imposed upon believers. Thomas Cranmer, the first Archbishop of the Church of England, played a crucial role in promoting the reading of the Bible. Cranmer was a key figure in the development of the Book of Common Prayer, which aimed to integrate Scripture into the daily life of the Church. Under his guidance, the amount of Scripture read aloud during services increased significantly. His reforms ensured that nearly the entire Bible would be read aloud in the course of a year, and crucially, this was done in English, so that the laity could understand and engage with the sacred texts. Cranmer's vision was that, by daily hearing of Holy Scripture read in the church, the people would grow in their knowledge of God and be inflamed with the love of his true religion. The influence of Cranmer's Book of Common Prayer is still felt in the Episcopal Church today. The liturgical language used in Episcopal worship is steeped in Scripture. In fact, much of the language in the Book of Common Prayer is either a direct quotation from or a paraphrase of biblical passages. This explains the comment from the retired priest about not needing a Bible in the pew. Almost every line in the Book of Common Prayer echoes the words of Scripture. Despite the historical and theological importance of the Bible within Anglicanism, modern Episcopalians may not engage with the Bible in a concrete, tangible way during services. This reflects a broader trend within the Episcopal Church, where the focus is often on the liturgy, which seeks to seamlessly weave in biblical references and teachings in its entirety.